We are the 99s, are they out of their minds? It's no wonder we coming with thunder. Cause it's not a recession, it's a robbery. It's not inception, it's not a lottery. Money, why you not trickle down on me? Crisis is business as usual, not the way it should be. The speculants don't produce nothing but a drag of resources going nowhere. We're getting more screwed in the boardroom than in the bedroom.
Oh shit.
Because this capitalist system, it's just organized crime. Let's resist imperialism.
I disagree with you. I think that people who believe themselves as capitalists but want change, if we already say you cannot come, then they've been cut off from the possibility to understand what the fuck is going on.
But let me clarify, what is proposed is that we arrange a meeting where everybody is invited, and from that meeting we find out, like this meeting, but not everyone is invited. It's kind of a last stage call.
Can we start something here and then move on?
The prices, then you have to cut the schools, the hospitals, and all the rest of it. And well, then there's no room for change, you know. So I think the real problem that we are facing is how are we going to really become the 99%, or just some sort of, you know.
So I'm from Chicago, and I came here like 2 weeks ago. Said
I knew I had to like come and find my people. So I came looking for my people, which I feel like is you people, and what I have to offer is just an offering. So I'm offering it and looking for my people. Occupy Chicago, we never had a sort of residential camp. The Chicago police never allowed that. There were, you know, and a good few nights where about 300 people were arrested trying to establish a residential, some kind of encampment in Chicago, but Chicago did a beautiful job of still managing to occupy. I mean, they had 2 general assemblies a day for a long time, and I ain't got no use for your red apple juice. I ain't got no honey for you now, Lord, Lord. No, I ain't got no honey for you now. One of the things that happened when I went to Occupy Chicago is I had a really radicalizing moment that I haven't had it hasn't felt like that for me in a long time. And the moment that I had was that I actually had a moment where I could feel the end of capitalism. I could like imagine that everything around me would just change, or something like my entire way of thinking. And it was totally terrifying. It was genuinely terrifying, that idea. And I think what was really, for me, radicalizing about it, it was like such a deep level of honesty with myself and my collusion with this system. It was like I was telling myself the truth for the first time in so many years, like how deeply I was fucking attached and in love with this system and my comforts and everything. mean, I was like, I'm an activist, you know, I'm a badass. I figured this stuff out. I read a lot of books. I went to a lot of demonstrations. I'm fucking badass, man. And I was realizing, like, I was having a genuine moment of fucking realizing how much I was participating and in love with it. It's all that I can do to try and get along with you. Still you're not satisfied, Lord, Lord. Still you're not satisfied. Who'll rock the cradle and who'll sing the song? Who'll be your daddy when I'm gone, Lord, Lord? Who'll be your daddy when I'm gone? Well, I guess I'm in a little bit of a mess. Thank you. I'm gonna go home and make borscht. It's ready to go.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you.
Next on the program is poetry reading. So we have some awesome people doing their stuff. We have David, and we have Trine, and we have Peter, and we have Mikael, and yeah, there's gonna be a mic. There's already one up there, and you guys can, whenever you're ready, go up. There's no particular order, so you just have to wrestle each other. Poetry style.
Can I get a beat? Can I get a red beat? Can I get a red beat?
Check.
Stand up somewhere and shred beats.
Oh yeah. I was just thinking already.
I'll tell you what, my grandfather, lying asleep in a room. I like him better when he's silent. His hands folded peacefully across his chest. Sleep is a precious jewel to be treasured. A precious animal which, when you catch it skipping through the wood out of the corner of your eye, signals that these are auspicious times, those rare moments when its guard can be let down.
Okay, maybe something newer. Second.
Lightning bolts of testosterone squall, lepers incinerating mystery trench coats. Apollo, lend me your ear, not for the fresco which holds the door ajar. The ocean floor is newly upholstered. I catch my breath by the bickering turnstile. Molest me? You bet. gallop and plummet. Surround yourself with cacophony, blinding peals of tortured prisms, whining shells, folded hand claps, diminished chimes, and nursery rhymes. Your eyelashes scattered. Take the reins, my boy, take the reins. Feel them carve the salty sting. You're bleeding somehow. Head collapsed, lilac shutters, and sky-clad mattresses, shimmering with luster, dim cavalcades, and a sense of enchantment. The arc is fading, soft, a final plunge. Tempt me, but my hands are tied. It was I myself who bound them.
Cause we won't lie. Occupy with the occupy. The truth will never die. Wall Street failed, I'll give you a hint. God we trust, says the US Mint. Hvad fanden står der? Some say it's just original sin, but we're not giving in. Yeah! Occupy with the occupy. Come to us cause
I doubt there is another, since my person is the mask of myself to the other. Can't abide God, master, leader, nor plan, confronting volatility with an attitude of certain, killing the nothingness, becoming a man, taking up the incidentally thrown burden. Distinctive distance is the interstice, the transpiration in the misty air, gazes charged with fire and ice, the interlude is war and fair. I now dance in a real fiction coordinated by unspoken deals, and only through these games I can express my vivid act rather blooms than conceals my despise, attraction, and tenderness.
Så vil jeg vende tilbage senere.
Jeg har kaldt det The Mindshift Pilgrimage, or a love song to the Occupied Travelers. I roamed the docks of the old land, searching for a pram that would save my pride and property from the flood coming to shore. When a stranger came up to me and pointed at the arrows that marked my arms from wrist to mouth, and asked me why I clenched to such sad convictions. Then I visited the desert of my own evicted landscapes and saw that emptiness was just a shadow that kept the sun from blinding me. And I followed the rail of destiny until I no longer believed in it, and folded my map into a complex paper sculpture that would leave my hands stained with ink forever. I climbed the hills of San Francisco looking for poetry that were to be mine, looking for truths that were to be questioned. And I met the ghost of Allen Ginsberg, who kissed my feet with a smirky grin and told me to give up preferences. I found the streets of Copenhagen through the smell of rain-washed concrete, running as my body wrapped it in 100 different ways. And I saw the shattered frames of old ideologies floating as driftwood on the old canals, passing pillars made of ancient clay that used to carry churches and lighthouses. I then danced through corridors of enthusiastic crowds, and you wrapped me in your arms when I curled up naked, joyful but fearful of how fragile this can be. Be curious, you say. Be brave and humble. And I cannot tell if you're whispering or shouting, but frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Because your voice is tender with transformation, crisp with courage, and clear with compassion. And I trust the eyes of the honest, the traveler with wings and bleeding feet. I will cherish the vulnerable, the courageously irrational, and keep it with dignity as a scarab on my chest. Because we have joined the caravan of hope. We are bathing in the ponds that would lead us to the sea, eventually making symphonies as crickets in the grassland, turning no man's land into unity bands when we sing in the choir of change. Woo!
I think this will be fine. It's fine? Yeah, it's fine. Well, all right. I'm going to read a bit from this book and try to tie it into some of my thoughts about revolution, occupation, oneness, Buddhism, love, and everything else. And I'm going to take it as it comes. So I hope you enjoy or get something out of this. This book first is something that I've been giving out because simply it's the best gift that I've ever found for anyone. It contains so much truth in poetry and in such short, beautiful words. So basically, first I want to bring up the idea of oneness, because what's going on in the world of currently in revolution, why we're all here, is an expansion of consciousness, not just a material revolution, but a furthering of understanding that once again we're returning to a point where we acknowledge that there is oneness. And then, of course, depending on who you are and what's going on, the question always arises, how can there be one when there is also all of us, when we're all different, when there's so much conflict in the world? But nowadays we begin to understand to a higher degree the different fields that all connect. We have in science, quantum mechanics, which somehow we don't have a philosophy for yet, which we all accept, but which tells us that there is oneness. There's Buddhism and all different Vedanta philosophies which have existed for ages, and of course these are in strict conflict with the world that we live in today, with materialism, with disruption, with authority, and so forth. Anyway, I'm going to read first. This book is divided into different sections where questions are asked to the Prophet, which is the name of the book, by Khalil Gibran. Then a lawyer said, "But what of our laws, Master?" And he answered, "You delight in laying down laws, yet you delight more in breaking them. Like children playing by the ocean, who build sand towers with constancy and then destroy them with laughter. But while you build your sand towers, the ocean brings more sand to the shore, and when you destroy them, the ocean laughs with you. Verily, the ocean laughs always with the innocent. But what of those to whom life is not an ocean, and man-made laws are not sand towers, but to whom life is a rock, and the law a chisel with which they would carve it in their own likeness? What of the cripple who hates dancers? What of the ox who loves his yoke and deems the elk and deer of the forest stray and vagrant things? What of the old serpent who cannot shed his skin and calls all others naked and shameless? And of him who comes early to the wedding feast, and when overfed and tired, goes away saying that all feasts are violation, and all feasters lawbreakers? What shall I say of these, save that they too stand in the sunlight, but with their backs to the sun? They see only their shadows, and their shadows are their laws. And what is the sun to them but a caster of shadows? And what is it to acknowledge the laws, but to stoop down and trace their shadows upon the earth? But you who walk facing the sun, what images drawn on the earth can hold you? You who travel with the wind, what weather vane shall direct your course? What man's law shall bind you if you break your yoke, but upon no man's prison door? What laws shall you fear if you dance but stumble against no man's iron chains? And who is he that shall bring you to judgment, if you tear off your garment, yet leave it in no man's path? People of Orphalese, you can muffle the drum, and you can loosen the strings of the lyre, but who shall command the skylark not to sing? And I think this, in all essence, so beautifully sums up what anarchy tries to explain in its devotion to freedom, that we are all individuals who all within us must be free, who have our own nature, and once we understand how nature and how life all works, we see that it wants to thrive, and it wants to thrive with each other. When we get together, when we discover each other in occupations or gatherings like these, we see that we are all lives who want freedom and love, and that we can help each other by supporting the nature of each individual, the initiatives that they are coming, the understandings that they are arriving at now, and the initiatives that they want to create and further understanding, to further, finally, revolution, because this world at this moment is built upon authority and property, which finally divides us into individuals. And yeah, all right, I think that was a good start of it. I think that the point is that this is a revolution of consciousness also, and that's good to remember and to talk about and to spread love with each other always. Thank you.
Alright. Anyways, it's a very beautiful collective with a squatting kind of anarchist atmosphere going on out in Christiania. Alright. So if you, from this kind of movement, have any desire or needs to hold a workshop during the nice weather kind of spring or whatever, you are more than welcome to contact the Vadestedet Christiania. It's very easy to find. Some people would know what it was. We had a few festivals and we had a big squat kind of besøgning action going on last spring. Besides from that, I come from Bygning Radio, which is an illegal micro-powered radio station that has now been broadcasting for a month. And we are sending from a secret place close to Christiantown. And we would very much like to cover, of course, what's going on in the Occupy kind of movement. So if you've got anything, then please come talk to me and we can make a fucking interview. I got the dictaphone for the first time in my life with me yet. Or you can send a mail and we will make commercials for whatever activities you hold on Bygning Radio, who is now not very big, but we will start covering the whole of Copenhagen with illegal pirate radio. Alright, thank you very much. Aside from that, I'll also play a song just because now I'm here, and it's kind of about Occupy kind of movement kind of thing. And I guess you can't hear the guitar anyway down there, so I'll fucking go down there.
Ja, god idé. Kan vi lege lidt med den her?
We are the 99s, are they out of their minds? It's no wonder we coming with thunder, cause it's not a recession, it's a robbery. It's not inception, it's not a lottery. Money, why you not trickle down on me? Crisis is business as usual, not the way it should be. The speculants don't produce nothing but a drag of resources going nowhere. We're getting more screwed in the boardroom than in the bedroom.
Oh shit.
Because this capitalist system, it's just organized crime. Let's resist imperialism. We're the 99, are they out of their minds? It's no wonder we come with thunder. Thunder. It's no wonder we come with thunder.
Okay, lad os lige prøve. Mere hvad? Hvad? Okay, prøv lige en mere.
With you
i vores land og verden. Så I er glade.
at fortælle noget også, fordi jeg havde faktisk forberedt en masse at sige, men så havde jeg en indsigt i dag, som gør, at jeg kan nærmest ikke sige, så det er sådan lidt improviseret, og hvis jeg er sådan lidt, så er det også, så må jeg ikke sige det.
Og alle de er smukke, når de er glade. Og alle de er smukke, når de trækker vejret gennem deres næsebor. Og alle de er smukke, når de sover. Og alle de er smukke, som de bor. Jeg siger, du kan gå til helvede på vejen, men du skal nok nå frem en dag. Og Gud har skabt os alle, og tilbage skal vi alle vende. And I don't care which name you give the Creator, I would say Allah, praise Jah. Hare Krishna, Jehovah, the humongous, I don't care what you call it, dear universe, that has created us all, and has created the light into which we shall all return. This is a one-stop world, but many people wait here for a long time. This world we see is a one-stop world with many people waiting for a long time. We will all go to the line. Aye. Check 1, 2. One, two. Oh shit. What? Yeah. Check. Alright. Okay, we're Maloki. If everybody could just some claps out here, yeah. Make some noise, eh? Take a step forward, stand up a bit. Yeah, cool stuff. Alright. No. Yeah. We're gonna start off with something slow here. I will build up the pace, eh?
Yeah, this song about a pest.
Yeah. One second.
What do you do? Go. Yeah, okay. We're starting now.
There goes my friends, including my land. Damn, I lost more than I could ever gain. It was you that got me through this pain. This shit made me very more tough. Life's never been easy, always been rough. Moving from house to house, I felt so ashamed. It was me that who was getting blamed. Treated me like a dog, turned me into a rock that no one could ever crack up. God, I know I've been really messed up. Smoking on those blunts, chewing on those gums. Enemies we hunt in the war front. We are all your children who took the easy way out. Without a doubt, we ended up in Satan's mouth to lead a better life and make things right. Shout out, this is what I've been, this is what I lost, this is what I seen, this is what I must. Before we turn into dust, hey, yeah. This is what I've been, this is what I lost, this is what I seen, this is what I must. Before we turn into dust, hey.
My past is the best, but it's good enough. I have no regrets, cause it made me tough. Experience through my life is what built me up. One thing leads to another until you're grown up. moving around the world from place to place. Speeds up the pace, cause I never had a real base. So was feeling out of place. Now it's time to go to second base. A new face, going up in the wrong neighborhood. Never feels good cause you get misunderstood. My family getting torn apart broke my heart, cause I finally forget what I had and what I got. Moving to a warm country of people I want to, made me realize that this is what I want to become. So I could open up for everyone, be a friend and make me belong, yeah. This is what I been, this is what I lost, this is what I seen, this is what I must. Before we turn into dust, hey, hey. This is what I been, this is what I lost, this is what I seen, this is what I must. Before we turn into dust, hey, hey.
Look at me, I'm keeping it real, hustling for every single meal. I'll do whatever it takes, like an episode of Prison Break. Make my G's and have my peace, I get the grip that make us pick up life is what I seek, and God Almighty gave it to me.
We all have a story, look for glory, feeling sorry for the people who didn't get to show the memory inventory. Now we're back on a new track, it's been a year now, and life is what we don't lack. This is what I been, this is what I lost, this is what I seen, this is what I must. Before we turn into dust, hey, yeah.
This is what I been, this is what I lost, this is what I seen, this is what I must. Before we turn into dust, hey, hey.
Broken up and sad much. I know your whole world crashes when it leaves, but maybe one day you pull yourself together and you will end up in the making love forever. Yeah, it's only a matter of time before you make a change. Make a hold this to me. Let's see what's the range of what you wanna make. Love is a love starters. We only know one way. No, it is the system. We'll never let it happen. It's time for us to make it now. We only have one way. No way that this is your system. We'll never let it happen. It's gonna make us people push you right down to the ground. Stand up once and say enough is enough. Nobody likes it here, right? I knew a man who owned 10 houses. I knew another who could buy even trousers. Many young people die, everyone the hunger. The world just to give a shit, so that was my anger. Let's take a trip down south to Africa. Leaders crying, children crying, people dying. What we doing? Just ignore it's time for you to put a full stop. Let the helpless out of this spot. Let the children out of this shop. Let freedom be the rule. It's the one that is the last, like a husband looking out for his wife. On your way, trying to go fly and die. Alright. Smoke some young everyone, but the cops are always on to us. I don't know why, but they want a piece of us. They never take you on a road, but they're not in my sphere. Pawns, pawns, we don't want your money, 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 only kills. We don't want your money, 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 just bills. We don't want your money, 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 only kills. We don't want your money, 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 just bills. We don't want your money, 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 only kills. We don't All we do is ignore, so this means war. We don't want your money, money, money on the gills. We don't want your money, 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 just bills. We don't want your money, money, money on the gills. We don't want your money, 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 just bills. We don't want your money, money, money on the gills. We don't want your money, 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 just bills. We don't want your money, money, money on the gills. We don't want your money, 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 just bills. I'm ready for the world revolution! Yeah! Let's go! World revolution, are you ready for this? World revolution, you know you can miss this. World revolution, are you ready for this? World revolution, you know you can miss this. So come on over here and give yourselves a cheer. I don't understand why some fruits are rotten. They go into stomachs and make people vomit. I cannot take it, those fruits are gone. But thanks to them, I wrote this song. Yeah, that's what I want. Thank you. We need some power. Where's the power? We need some power. Er der flere mikrofoner her? Hvis nogen kan finde mikrofoner, så er det meget sjovt. Ja, den er svær. Ja, jeg kan underholde med nogle citater lige hurtigt. When injustice becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. Respect existence or expect resistance. Det går overraskende godt, det her. Jeg kan ikke engang lide hele med min egen stemme. Jeg har en til. Being wrong is erroneously associated with failure, when in fact it should be celebrated as it elevates one to a new level of understanding. Den virker ikke, tror jeg. Ja, hej. Nu kan I høre mig meget tydeligere, end I kunne lige før. Alle sammen. My job is done here. Jeg kan lige lave en flipperbeat. Jeg kommer fra det sted, jo. Det står på koden, som de gav lyden main flow Danmark, nej, ikke sådan på koden. Den er ikke, fatter ikke, hvad der sker derude. Hvis de er lidt for latterlig. Hvor ser folk hen, de kommer rundt omkring, og jeg vil gerne det med dem. Og jeg ved, alle sammen et eller andet sted er min ven. Så hvor kan det være det, jeg mener om igen? For du er ikke min ven, du er ven af den, som jeg kan ikke kende mig længere. Jeg står heroppe og forventer intet ved det her nu. Ja, det er sådan, som vi gør.
Jeg har set dig før, hvor er det lige hen? Jeg har set dig før, jeg siger til dig, der jeg har set dig før, hvor er det egentlig lige? Jeg har set dig før, jeg siger den til dig, jeg har set dig før, hvor er det egentlig lige? Jeg har set dig før, jeg siger den til dig, jeg har set dig før, hvor er det egentlig lige? Jeg har set dig før, jeg siger den til dig, jeg har set dig før, hvor er det egentlig lige? Jeg har set dig før, jeg siger den til dig, jeg har set dig før, hvor er det egentlig lige? Jeg har set dig før, jeg siger den til dig, jeg har set dig før, hvor er det egentlig lige? Jeg har set dig før, jeg siger den til dig, jeg har set dig før, hvor er det egentlig lige?
Og jeg render rundt og siger
Ja, hvor skal jeg starte? Jeg kan starte.
Hvad er det for nogle lyd? Der er mange folk, der ikke engang så kan de meget på en lyd. Simon Sønne op på den scene helt vildt, jo. Tænk op på den scene. Det ved jeg ikke. Hvor er det lige, jeg har set dig før? Jeg kan ikke huske den lyd, som de kalder der. Hvordan kan det være, at folk de falder for noget på? Bagateller eller det kan der. På gaden render rundt. Jeg ved ikke helt, hvor jeg skal hen. Jeg ved, der er ikke noget godt, der er ikke noget ondt. Der er ikke noget rigtigt, der er ikke noget forkert. Hvordan kan det være, folk de render rundt omkring og gør? Kan det sådan der, okay, når man siger, hvordan kan det være, jeg står heroppe på den scene? Jeg føler mig ikke alene, jeg ved, alle herinde med. Hvordan måske I snakker lidt alligevel imod lidt, når jeg står her. Og jeg kan ikke klage, du ved jo godt, hvad det er, jo. Jeg skal ved nogle gange, så ATB kommer ind igen, se på gensyn, menneskesyn. Kom ind igen, tænd for de slukfyn. Eller hvad, ikke noget, sagde jeg til det. Sluk for de fjernsyn, for at være helt præcis. Okay, jeg kommer ind på den glatte is, hvad der de? Jeg går videre som en glat liv, eller en kattepin. Hvad var det, du sagde? Men det der vil du kattepin. Vil du give det i den vin, vers på en af din? Kom ind igen, tjek op for stiven. God stil, stiven, jeg glæder mig, hvordan kan det være? Folk er forberedt sig på nye tider, når de ikke engang selv gider. Yeah, det er sådan, jeg siger, når jeg skriver. Jeg får mig til at gøre det, naturligvis. Nej, det er der ikke mange, der kan sige og udtale den fulde virkelighed. Jeg vil ikke spille min tid mere på kloden. Muligvis mig metoderne, fik mig ud af mit hoved. Fuld af inspiration for. Du vil være på klokken, tager varmt i kroppen. Alt hvad jeg gør, det går lige i kroppen på mig. Ja, og du må gerne kigge sådan på mig. Den er neutral, hviler i mig selv og til enhver tid snart. Kræver en del træning, det er klart, det er for vildt. Jeg er i gang, jeg skal ben. Flokdyr er kaster ind på den scene for en folk, der modtager, hvis du forstod mig. Så er det vejen ind til fattelsen. Af dit eget stof, du er en del af alting. Og hvis det faldt dig ind og tage det valg, men det når du gør det, det er ikke nogen joke. Du er fucking traditionel, hey bro, det er ikke noget nyt. Sæt dig ind nyt, og du skal slet ikke klokke på den her. Stop før det sker nok ting, generere mere end at diskutere. Se hvordan de gør det, folketing bag dørene, fjolser på børsen, slips og sminke, de er helt blanke. Det er fucking klamt, det er jagten på magten. Politikere, du helt til grin, skal ikke sammenlignes med svin eller lort. Begge dele er naturligt. Demokrati, nej det dur ikke. Ud med det, det er ud hurtigt. Og nej, jeg snakker ikke om diktatur ned med de imaginære mure, I kører surt i. Du med nedtid og lille sidder I smurt i. Du snakker bare for at modsige. Du kan få en tom kasse og stikke hovedet, du totalt indbrud i. C, du er afsporet som en I. C, 3 polar vinter 4 meter sne. Det var en metafor. Den gik ud til alle dårne han ses. What up, det er to B, aldrig battle and ses på den scene, yo. Siger ikke noget, jeg ikke kan stå indenfor. Nej tak, den slags forhindrer hele menneskeheden og alle dyrearter, alle planter i at vokse og forbinde sig med hinanden på flanden og ikke fanden, for han eksisterer ej, men ud med den. Yo, 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 hip-hop, sådan her, hør. Det står på kloden, vi kalder Danmark, eksisterer ikke engang. Kloden den er et lyt til min sang, kloden den er et dag. Siger kloden den er ind, så det er ikke Danmark. Nej, det er næste for kloden, de gav lyden Danmark. Næste for kloden, de gav lyden Afrika. Næste for kloden, de gav lyden Somalia. Næste for kloden, de gav lyden Atlanta. Jeg ved det ikke, jeg drikker ikke Fanta. God juice, ikke noget boost til mig. Nej tak, jeg kan godt lade blues. Without that type of juice. What's up with the crew? What to do? 1, 2, microphone check, 1 up. Everybody come around, talk about the sun up. Wow, it provides niceness to this global. You know the way that I compromise. No, I don't. I say it exactly as it is. And I'm not here to diss nobody. Something like this. Why should I waste my time with that? What? I bring beats that are fat. Okay, here's a beer. I have an idea. I'm gonna discuss something. No, I'm gonna say straight up, bro. I take one more sip and then I let go. Let go to the left. Who's next? You wanna get some of this? Cause I don't really need to drink no more. Yeah, word. I'm glad that this went to you, my friend. It was really nice to just be down there and check the way that you flow. These rhymes so magnificent, as they used to say. And I'm just to wake up in the morning anytime when it's not about this time. So think again or feel again. It's the way that I'm healing those damages that everybody has inside of them. Shit, it's pretty heavy if you think about it. I like this crowd. You're really beautiful, for real. Reels, I really reels, like reels and steals or something. I don't know. It's cool, bro. I like you do, yo. I like the way you smile back at me when I do. Beautiful, you be beautiful. For real, reels and steals or something. I don't know. Let's bring another beat to the ground. Yo, yeah. Let's compete. Let's see the tempo. Give it up one time. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to say it. Back like a blue snake in a herd. snakker ikke for nogen andre end deres sang. Selvom så skulle jeg forstå det, så vil jeg gå. Jeg vil slet ikke stå og sige noget. Forstår her er jo gældt i set, jo. Så knatter det med dem, der kalder sig voksne. De har så mange ting at slås med. Det bliver opspillet til en eller anden form for tænkning. Der hvor det skal ende hen. Og hvor skal det her ende hen? Hvem er dem, der tænker, hvad var mig, og hvorfor gør de det? Hvordan kan det være, at du går ind og slår ved dem?
Jeg siger bare nogle mennesker. Mennesker er lyd. Jeg siger lyd. Voksne. Det hele er bare lyd. Forstår du? Voksne. Mennesker. De fatter alting. 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 Konstatere, navigere, kom videre, kom ud og tjek op på hvad der sker. Der er mange nye folk, der ikke sådan der render rundt i de gamle søde fjernsyn, yeah. Okay, hvad så der? Sport og vejret, kører rundt i biler, det er så besværet. Vejret, snakker om mange ting, føler ikke klæret, beæret, eller hvad var det jeg siger? Det er svært, så bare komme frem, og det er fri stil, hvis du har lyst til at komme op og chill, er du altid velkommen. Jeg har ting, og det er ikke selvom jeg finder ting som opfindsom, ensom, ikke sådan, nej. Jo, en tung. Jeg har en god balladerod, jo. Voksne! Voksne! Mennesker! Voksne! Mennesker! Voksne! Voksne! Yeah, okay, sådan der. Stille og roligt, ja. Jeg husker første gang her. Nej, det er ikke den. Det er gammel tune, det kommer lige. Det går sådan her. Ja. Lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro. Ikke nogen satire, når jeg er på den mikrofon. Lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro. Ikke nogen satire, når jeg er på den mikrofon. Lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro. Ikke nogen satire, når jeg er på den mikrofon. Lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro, lad det gro. En plante er en plante, og en sol er en sol. Lad det gro. En sol, en plante og en sol. Yeah. Jeg kan ikke huske, hvordan det starter. Okay. Ja, du kan huske det. Sådan, giv mig lige en dår. Vi gør det selv. By the way, I just saw Fivo. Where? Fivo just 1 minute ago.